Starfield developers still don't know the date of the game's presentation. The most difficult thing in the gaming industry is to say about the transfer of the game. And it's even harder to talk about moving the presentation, but Bethesda has no other choice. If you believe the message of the game developers, they still do not have a date when the presentation of the large-scale Starfield project will take place. Most likely, the project will eventually be postponed to a later date. Probably at the end of the summer. I remind you that the developers decided to hold their own presentation of the game, and refused to participate in Xbox Developer Direct in January. It would seem that the presentation is close, as well as the release itself. I really had this impression before, but now my hopes are slowly fading. Of course, no one has said anything about the transfer yet, but leaks and time suggest otherwise. Or, are we talking about Cyberpunk 2077 right now? According to insiders, the game will be released in the first half of the year, most likely in June. The presentation should obviously take place before the release, and there are only 3 months left until June. You know, not knowing when the show will take place in 3 months is not a very good one. Bethesda is trying its best to get everything done on time, but the game is too big. Microsoft's plan proved unfeasible. Trite, but a fact. As much as managers would like to receive a new project in June, proper implementation requires more time. Or is it easier to suffer criticism and losses later? On the Bethesda Discord server, community manager Robert Vault of Daedalus O'Neill said that there are no details about the game's demo. He said that the developers will tell you about the presentation when they can finally decide on it and the date. The team is still sorting things out. The manager knows that this is not the answer that the community wanted to hear, but there is simply no other answer. And if we are optimistic, then there is also good news. More time, more effort, more work done. As a result, the Starfield presentation will be bigger and better, as well as show more details of the project. And the next transfer of the project will make the game more optimized, and fix critical errors. We look everywhere for pluses, even where it is very difficult to accept the news positively. Starfield will still be released this year, and most likely closer to the end of the summer. Microsoft won't sacrifice an entire year,